This is Josh Sleepygill, and we're going to talk about understanding the elements of musical ensembles, in particular kind of how you organised your ensemble, who the band members were, who was in the rhythm section, who played sort of lead instruments, how you guys sort of interacted within the ensemble, like communication, that kind of stuff. So could you just talk us through sort of like the band members and the kind of roles that they played and who was rhythm section, who was lead section?
So if we talk about like the first gig that we did down at St. Saviour's, we were, in our songs we only played certain parts with a lot of support. That's what happened the first time.
So you had a lot of tutor support at the first gig?
Yeah. The second time we still had support, but only a little bit.
Yeah.
And by the end we were all able to, nearly all of us were able to perform a song in Why Should I Worry, with the exception that Buddy was on stage with me,
okay,
so some of the backing vocals.
Okay, so let's talk through the roles for Why Should I Worry, the Billy Joel song that you did at Chapel End. Who was in the rhythm section?
So in the rhythm section we had Barney on guitar, Chloe on bass, John on drums, myself singing, and Sam on piano.
Okay, and what was the lead section?
I would say the lead section was the singing, and I'd say there was a lot of emphasis on the beat from the drum.
Okay, so singer being a bit of lead, and then sometimes people would play fills on the drums or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me a bit like how you guys communicated when you were rehearsing?
We would communicate by, I would say, through the timing. That was something we were all a bit unsure of at the start. We were playing at different speeds, but as time went by, I would have the others listen to the song. I've known the song for a long time. Sometimes, even if everyone else got slower, I would still be singing at the same constant speed because, like I said, I've known the song since I was 7. So I think it helped the others to kind of, after a while, keep up with.
So what they would listen to what you were doing.
Yeah.
Did you do any listening skills? What sort of listening skills would you do as a singer?
I would listen to the drummer quite a lot. Sometimes, like when we first started doing it, I would sing at the speed he would drum, at. So it would sometimes be really, really slow, but it was actually quite easy to adapt to.
Okay, so you listen to timing. What about sort of like other kinds of communication?
During Why Should I Worry, there is a pause in the song. We would look at each other and give like an indication for when that pause was and when to start again.
Okay, so visual communication, you'd be looking at each other. Okay, great. Can you just tell us a little bit of how you guys cooperated? What was the sort of examples of cooperation?
I think the encouraging each other was a good one. Instead of just going like, "Oh no, you did that wrong," or "Oh come on, we've been doing this for a while now." It's more like you're actually getting somewhere. We're not 100% yet, but we're pretty much 80% there.
What about choosing songs then? How did you cooperate on choosing songs so you all got agreement?
To be honest, I just suggested Why Should I Worry as a joke, and everyone else was just like, why don't we do this song? It sounds cool. And I was like,
okay, so why did you switch from doing maybe something like the Nirvana song that you were doing?
I felt like the Nirvana song we did at the start of the year I felt like for a lot of us it didn't really kind of fit the kind of...
Musically?
Yeah, it didn't fit musically on how we wanted to do it. It was like, its singing style for me, specifically, did not fit with my voice at all. Like, I sort of go for more high-pitched songs. It has like lower range sort of singing. So in a sense, I would say it would work more for Marcelo to sing that song than it would me.
Okay. What kind of strengths did you guys have as an ensemble? What were your strengths?
Our strengths, I would say, would be
Well, let's talk about weaknesses then. In terms of like things that you could have improved on, what were the weaknesses?
I think the weaknesses we might have had was at times was keeping all the same speed. Like in certain parts of the song,
Yeah.
it would just that it was just a problem with keeping up with each other sometimes. But I felt like by the time the gigs would roll around, we pretty much had that handled.
Yeah. So in that case, then, was it a strength that you guys were able to fix problems and work together to get things better?
Yeah.
Would you consider that to be a strength?
Yeah.
Okay. What about in terms of like when you were choosing your repertoire, when you were choosing the songs, because there was quite a few songs that you guys did. What ways did you sort of like be able to find the music? How, for instance, could Chloe listen to the music, or how did?
If we're down at the music workshop, we would generally use Spotify for the music, because when we did our songs at the first gig, there was a playlist, and that playlist was on Spotify, and we were to choose at least one or two songs to do from that playlist. And for me, Use Somebody by Kings of Leon was the one that stood out to me the most.
Okay. So, what about finding lyrics and stuff and finding chords? How did you guys find out the exact lyrics for songs? So, for instance, Kings of Leon.
The best way to look up is to go on the internet, but you go on Google Music. That's the best way to get lyrics, because it has like it has like a place where you can buy the song as well, and also it has lyrics.
Okay.
In full.
Let's talk about sort of choosing roles, or like what roles were played by people. Can you think of any roles that happened?
I would say in terms of like leading, then sometimes, for example, in Why Should I Worry, I took the lead on that to make sure what to do and stuff. But also the music instructors helped a lot with actually teaching the chords to everyone.
Okay. So what kind of role would you say that would be then?
Music director.
And what about kind of front person? As a front person, then what kind of duties do you sort of have then, and what kind of examples can you give me as what a good front person does, or what you did at gigs and stuff?
As a singer, and what lots of singers generally do, we either at the beginning of the song or the end of the song, you address the audience, kind of say like who we are, like, hey, we're music students from the Bath Studio School, and we're going to be performing this song. This is this person playing.
Okay, so you do some introductions.
Yeah.
Was there any interaction where you got the audience to sort of respond a bit? Can you think of any examples about that?
I would say, Why Should I Worry, at the end of the song, I would try and get everyone hyped up to do like the last part, which was just a simple woo.
Okay, that's good. So you got the audience doing stuff too. What kind of ensemble do you think that you guys formed then? What kind of ensemble would you say it was?
I would say it was rock sort of orientated.
Why?
Because if we go back to Why Should I Worry again, part way through the song, everyone saw what I was like on the stage. I just took the mic off and I just like my voice sort of went to sort of like that rough sort of sound you would hear in a rock song.
And what other band members would you tend to find in a rock band that you guys had?
Barney on guitar, Yeah, John, you know, having his steady beat, especially during the chorus. I would say Chloe on the bass. I think the unique part of the song is when the piano parts are in. That's not quite rock based, but it still fits in pretty well.
Okay, thank you very much, Josh.